Welcome to St. Petersburg Together. I'm your host, Janice Ford, Neighborhood Coordinator for the City of St. Petersburg. Inspiration can come from anywhere for an artist. One local group trying to help at the artist of tomorrow is ACT, the Arts Conservatory for Teens. Joining us now to talk about this after-school and summer program is Alex Harris and Angela Brown. Welcome.
Thank you so much. We're glad that we have this opportunity here today.
Now, how long have ACT been around?
The Arts Conservatory for Teens has been around it's going into its 5th year in about 3 months. We'll be 5 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had an opportunity to start in our, known as just a conservatory over in Midtown.
Right.
As an opportunity to provide a platform for the young folks in the Midtown area, but not limited to, and as well as introducing students in the greater St. Petersburg area of the history and the rich culture that contributes to the greater fabric of St. Petersburg that was birthed on 22nd Street.
Yes, most definitely. Now, what type of activities do you all offer?
Well, our primary focus is education, empowerment, and enrichment. And in an effort to accomplish that, we offer workshops in performing arts primarily in acting, dance, vocal coaching and performance. Also in partnership with TASCO, the Center for Teen Technology, part of the city's centers, is multimedia. So a little bit behind the scenes, but as it relates to supporting that which is in the performing arts as well.
Okay. Now, you all are partners with TASCO, or do you fall under TASCO? How does that work?
No, we're a separate entity that serves the community of St. Petersburg, and so we're partners specifically with the multimedia side and educational side. The TASCO seeks to educate the kids in the community in multimedia and technology.
Okay, but you're not employed by the city?
No, we're not employed by the city at all. We seek fundings from a lot of private institutions, such as recently for one of our initiatives, Walmart Foundation is supporting also other private donors right now.
Okay. Now, you have a lot of titles. So why don't we just go through all those titles that you have?
Well, I am I'm the CEO for ACT, okay, and I started this in this program when I was in Boston, where I received 2 masters, one for Boston University School of Theology and Boston University School of Social Work, and my extended studies were at Harvard University in Adolescent Counseling.
Very impressive.
So I came here to 22nd Street by way of a phenomenal leader in the community, Carl Lavender, who jump-started the whole initiative with the Royal Theater, and Herbert Murphy now, who's now my business partner in co-founding the ACT initiative for our students.
And he's still in Washington?
Yeah, he's still in Baltimore, Maryland, Washington area, and he comes in on a regular, and he does a lot of the back office and stuff for us, and he serves as our president of the ACT program.
Okay.
And then we have Angela Brown here, and she's our new associate director. Very known and very involved with the Deuces, and working with a lot of the kids and families. So we were excited, and
and I have known Angela for quite some time, and her working with the Royal Theater and working with the Deuces Live and what have you. And you just got your degree, correct?
Yes, I did. Yes, ma'am. I've got my degree. It was a Bachelor of Science in Human Services. My concentration is Community and Youth Development, and I received that from Springfield College. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Now, let's talk a little bit more about your funding. And so you're a master fundraiser too. You have to be.
Well, yeah, no, we have our funding sources, as I forestated, are currently grants and private donors. We haven't received our government funding at this moment. We're not opposed to that at all.
I'm sure.
We work hard to provide a very sophisticated program, and currently we are a small team because we are in our around 14 months independent of working with the collaborative, as we once did with Boys and Girls Club of Suncoast, to work with kids there. Now we open up to add our collaboratives with pretty much anyone. We working with Bob Devin Jones, for example, as a studio at 620 for several of our activities. Also, we're looking forward to, in May, we're doing a cabaret with one of our alum and some of our students with American Stage. So we're seek out very strategically ways to partner with existing arts program, but those who could definitely benefit as well as we from touching our young, we call our emerging artists.
Okay.
And so we've been very successful. I mean,
Yes,
right now we have, we're proud and excited about our numbers are still at 100% graduation rate from high school. And which is really great because
Yes, it is.
For the community in which we have a strong focus, that's not often seen. One of the things that we've used various activities from our recording arts program, doing our music videos, doing a lot of our activities is that not only raising social consciousness among our teenage population, but also providing skill set that turn them on to careers that could be very, very great for life.
Right.
So we're excited about that.
Good. Now, are you a 501c3?
We are a 501c3. Yes, so all that would come with 501c3.
That's right.
So we're able to accept a donation. We're able to get a 100%
That's
tax
always very
deduction
important.
for those within the lines of the 501c3.
Okay. Now, Angela, tell me what is your role with this organization?
Yes, ma'am. My role with the organization is, as Alex stated, an Associate Director of Programming, which under that job description, not only do I do a lot of managing of the artists, day-to-day and frontline face, I would say, for the organization. A lot of logistical support as well as relationship building in our community.
Now, some of the productions that you put on for the community, is it just for students or?
No, we like to say that this is not your high school musical. And we say that because we want to make a distinct difference with what the students are getting in some of our schools, such as Gibson, PCCA, and Johns Hopkins. It's an extended program of those existing programs for our students to have more of a professional. We have our students working with other professionals that may even fly in. Many donate their time, professional producers, and sometimes directors. Some of our alum who are gone off, who are doing productions off Broadway, or working with some of those award-winning directors and producers, will come back and share their knowledge and work with our students, as well as mentors in development. So we develop the productions for the family, for the community. So we if you had a chance to come to our last show, which was Motown at the Harbor Hall at USF St. Pete, everyone that came said it was as if they were off Broadway or out in Vegas. I mean, from the production, the lights, the sound, the musicians. We really work hard to give our students an amazing professional experience by exposing them, something that people will pay thousands of dollars to send their kids to New York to have. We work hard to do that here through the generosity of our partners, such as Extravaganza Production, who provided over $10,000 worth of equipment to make sure that we have that professional look to our productions and experience for our students.
Well, I think it was a couple of years ago, I went to the Midtown at the Manhattan or something like that.
Yeah, the Motown in Midtown. Yeah, that was the Cotton Club, actually.
Yes, the Cotton Club. I was blown away.
Oh,
I mean,
thank you.
Talent. It was just impeccable.
Well, thank you. And
Put
one of the
on
other
a
things,
great production.
One of the things you saw there was that Bob Devin Jones was involved.
Yes, exactly.
Also,
and he's
Cranston
great.
Cumberbatch. Yeah, we worked hard to include other professionals in our production, so our students also can have an experience to work with our professionals who happen to live local, but they are not locals.
Right.
They've had their resumes and CVs extend much long, 6-7 pages of what they've done, but they are committed to our beautiful city of St. Petersburg and the students who participate in our programs.
Well, I could not just stop talking about it. It actually was a birthday gift for my sister. They bought tickets for that, and she couldn't stop talking about it either. I mean, it was just wonderful. I enjoyed it. Now, Alex, you have is this your home?
I'm originally from Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, and by way of Boston, I'm here.
Okay.
So I was Georgia, then Boston, then here, and I travel still. I'm currently back and forth to New York and also on the West Coast. I try to stay very current with my industry. I'm a musical vocalist.
Yes, you are.
Several awards.
Let's not forget that. I've heard you sing too, and
thank you.
Blew me away.
Thank you so
and
much.
That was going to
That's kind of
segue
you.
into my next question about your experience and the things that you've done.
Yes.
You know, tell us a little bit about that.
I stay current. Currently, I'm blessed. I'm on the American Blues charts. I'm top 20 countdown, number 16 right now. Second most requested song is Hope for Us, and we will be releasing that, but I stay current, which keeps me really busy to help provide not only to show the students, it's show and tell. We can tell them, and then people say, you know, you can be, or I was, you know, 10 years ago. I try and do this, say where I am now, and they can look at the charts and see me, and then grasp an inspiration, because a lot of time what they see is inspiration is only on television, which is like as far as reaches your television from where you're sitting in your living room, and you don't have to think you have to go to New York, but you can have access to that right here, and we're providing that. So I'm excited. I had a lot of experience, and as I first stated, travel, work with various, a lot of the people you see on television. Last Saturday I was just with the Commodores.
Oh, wow.
And Charlie Wilson the night before, and
Charlie.
and so my experience, I've just been blessed, and to have these experiences, and I always strive to share that experience and bring us and introduce. It was the Commodores talking about acting St. Pete, and saying, you know, we want you guys to come and do it unplugged. Clyde to come because he lives just down the street there.
That would be great.
And down in I think Carroll Springs or something like that. So he lives not too far. Clyde does, and I was like, you know, we really would like to have you guys come. You just come and do something unplugged. Or Angela Bassett, I talked to her husband before, and I said we want Angela to come, and so we're really working hard to let people know and see the value, especially in our industry of entertainment, what we have.
Well,
here.
you're a wonderful access to this community. You're a wonderful role model for those children that you work with. You know, and we have such a wealth of talent.
Yes,
These
we
kids
do. Yes,
are
we do.
so talented. You know, and it's like, you know, you have to dream big.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
just like I was telling you about the young man who got stage fright on Saturday.
Yes.
You know, and I think that was his first performance.
That was his first performance out in the public as
Right.
that. And we like to put students in different on different platforms to really work. As I was saying as well, that one of our students, who we consider one of our star alum among others, when we first put her out down in Orlando, she froze up. It was like, and Herbert Murphy called me and he said that she was going to be like your next star. I said, she is, just be patient.
Yeah.
And so, and sure enough, she was approached by 33 different colleges.
Wonderful.
She chose to go to the University of Miami. That's where she is now, and it's just been an amazing journey just to see. And I got a text from one of the alum the other day, and he was back in town stating that, saying thank you. And one of the things that we try to instill with our parents is to encourage kids that we work with to show appreciation and always create a culture of giving back, even when you don't have the money to write the thousands of dollars, because it's more than the dollar.
Right.
Is the value of your character and your commitment to offer whatever you can to the community. And so we try to instill that from the onset. When the others are on stage, you encourage them. It's not a competition to make you better, but than the other, but to celebrate each other's victories and overcoming.
And it must make you feel really good whenever you do have a student, alumni, text you or call you and thank you. I mean, that's one of the rewards, and it's one of the best rewards that you can get.
Yes, it is.
You know, in doing what you do.
One of the Christmas gifts I got was a letter one year from this parent who's thanking me because she could not afford to send, and she was wondering what she was going to do. Her children becoming teenagers, and they wanted to take these arts classes. She heard about ACT, and she come to us in tears, and she wrote a letter, and she told me, thank you for what you and Herbert Murphy are doing, and for the kids in the community. And I like to look at it, we really like to engage community. We want more people to know, and I really thank you, Janice, for always calling and inviting us to the events that you have in the parking lots over in Midtown, and giving these kids an opportunity, because we can tell them about opportunity, but if we don't give a platform, it's as if the opportunity never existed.
Right,
so
exactly.
we believe in facilitate. I call myself a bridge builder facilitator. You know, we have multiple bridge builders in the community, and I like to bring all these and facilitate these bridge builders together. And you know, we can build a bridge across these really waters that could cause many of our students to drown if we're not there to coach and walk with them and build a bridge and walk with them across. So I think that this is a great opportunity for me. I love this beautiful city, different than the cold ice. But they still, I know, they still get the ice up there. So I always send a video to some of the people that say, hey, look where I am. You know? And so this is an opportunity, and I love coming back here when I step off the plane from various places that I travel frequently, and just tell everybody about St. Petersburg. I was in D.C. for the second inauguration, telling people about St. Petersburg.
All right, promote St. Pete.
That's all right. In my interviews, and I was telling somebody before I went and said, yeah, I'm going to talk about it. So I just do several interviews for the press. I was out in Los Angeles with the Grammy Foundation and the chairman and the vice president of the Grammy Foundation, talking about what we're doing here, because I think there is a lot here, and there are a lot of students that should have that platform and to the opportunities.
Well, I think you're doing an excellent job. Keep up the good work. You know, with the little events that I put on, I want to give these kids an opportunity, you know, to perform. That gives them a venue to do that, and it's a stepping stone.
Right.
You know, and you just can't. You know, there's so many talented kids out there. You just can't tap them all.
Right.
But talk about how you get your kids.
Okay. Well, one of the ways we get our kids, we do recruiting in August and September, and we also are often invited to be guest speakers in different classrooms, particularly those who teach in the arts classes. A lot of our students do come from the Gibson PCCA. We love to target. We've sat down with the vice principal at Johns Hopkins as well, because we want our schools who are already focused on the arts to let our students know. But we don't limit it. We take it a step further. We go to those schools who do not have that luxury as Johns Hopkins in the middle school age as well as the high school age. And our ages are generally 11 to 18. Right. Everybody. But we have been fortunate to work with students who've never been to an art school. Some of the Christian academies also have their students coming here and their parents. So we were going to speak at an AKA Academy event in the beginning of the year. This year we did churches, wherever there are students and families who generally cannot afford to send their kids to an arts, and they're very talented. We want them to have an opportunity, because every child, we do for the arts what a lot of people do for the sports, and we realize that every child is not going to play ball, just as every kid's not going to sing or dance or work a camera or so on and so forth. These are great careers, and we support them all, but we have a strong education focus in ours, using the arts platform for college readiness. So we have a 100% graduation and college placement rate, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, what are the ages, and how can a child, if a parent is watching this show and they want to try and get their kid in that is not in one of the schools for the arts, what are the age groups and how can they contact you? Okay,
sure. All right, you can go to act1midtown.org. That's ACT1 midtown.org. And the ages are 11 to 18 years old.
Oh, you take them as young as
we take them as young as 11 years old now. And we do have other initiatives, such as the one that's coming up on Sunday, where we have a lot of elementary and middle school who join, like the mime teams and so on and so forth.
Okay.
It's called Shout St. Pete Shout. It's the first time ever that we're actually bringing something around gospel. And a lot of people say, we're introducing kids to something that's very significant to the American culture. You can't talk about these great United States of America without talking about gospel music, which was birthed out of the blues and jazz.
Exactly.
And the experience of those have faith. And so we're going to start, you're going to see people on stage, such as September Penn, Sean Brown. I will be performing with my brothers, who are all, the arts is a great contributor to our successes and what we do, from attorneys to professors. And so all of them are coming here on Sunday at the Palladium. And kids younger who are not in our program also are able to participate in these type of initiatives. So we're open. I say we're open. Also, other initiatives such as our video that we do, our music video. We have a short film done this year with kids. So there's a lot of opportunities for kids pretty much of all ages. Now, the younger kids do not participate in the full academic year, but there are initiatives throughout the year that you definitely want to contact us and sign up. We have a big festival for not just a little bit younger than 11 years old that comes to the Teen Arts Culture and Careers Festival, which happens in the fall. We bring about 200 kids to the University of South Florida St. Pete campus, and they get a chance to meet other professionals and hear workshops, and then go to the Mojave yard outdoors to see a concert by the peers.
Oh, wow.
So it's a really great.
I'll be looking for an invitation to that.
Yes, I will. We will send you that, because it was great turnout last year. Over 200 kids. Dr. Vishnuska spoke. The new chancellor spoke. Dean Frank Biafora spoke. The former mayor Foster spoke. So it was really great. The kids had a chance to interact and meet these people. Take a tour of the Mojave. Let me tell you, over 90% of the kids had never been to the campus. A campus period, college or university, and it was our first time coming to ours, which is right in the backyard. And then the others, a lot of them had not ever toured the Mojave.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's right in the backyard. It's right.
It's amazing.
And so talk about opportunity employment right in your backyard. You don't have to go to New York. You don't have to initially. You can go just within walking distance and see and learn and experience, because exposure is key. We realize that perception is reality, and perception is developed by the knowledge that we attain. And so the knowledge we attain based on exposure. So if we expose, we increase our knowledge, and our knowledge increases our perception, and that perception becomes our reality. But if your reality is only shooting up and killing people, that's all you're going to see, because that's all they've been exposed to. So we have to take kids out of the environment and expose them to increase their knowledge bank, so that their perception can be increased, and then their reality is made much bigger than what it is.
More than what they see on TV.
Right.
Now, what is the application process? Do you have anything online? Do they fill out an application?
Yes, there is an application process, and there is an audition process, and the auditions could be specifically as it relates to acting, dance. We just want to see where they are, because we have a beginner level and we have an advanced level. But the application process, we have a few commitments from our parents, that is attending our bonding dinners, because it's on scholarship. Kids participating in so many of our productions that we do. We want to see that they have some, as it's often stated, skin in the game. So, but they will get an application. They can go online. They can see the product, call the number on there. Miss Angela generally follows up with that. We get that email, that telephone number, and we utilize every way of communication as possible, from text messaging to Facebook. And so we engage our parents as much as possible, and we realize that over time we find out what works for what parents, what doesn't work. Like, some may not even check their email, so they text message and everything. So we work hard with our small team to do that, and we know that as our funding increases with those generous donations, we're going to have other sort of ways of engaging, and we want to get to the point where we're taking parents on trip and their kids and families, and helping co-sponsor that or fully sponsor depending on the income. There's a big vision to partner with Mayor Kreisman and his team and everybody, because it's a community thing. As an old African proverb says, it really does take a village.
It takes a village.
And so we're glad to be a part of the village and play our part in the orchestra.
Right. And I'm glad that that parent involvement is key.
Yes.
In anything that children do, and I think that it's a great opportunity that you allow parents to be involved in what their kids are doing. It's oftentimes, because I used to run a nonprofit for actually it was abused kids, and you see so many talents come through there, and it was just if they had someone that could mold them and to help them grow, telling what they could be. And a lot of these kids really make it on their own determination, you
right.
know, and their own focus on what they want to do. They didn't let things deter them like that. So, you know, it's a wonderful opportunity that you all are affording kids. Now, this is an after-school and summer program, and what are the hours?
Yes, the after-school program, we've been fortunate to partner with the city about 14 months ago and offer the program in 4 different locations, one at Roberts Recreational Center, one at Campbell Park, one at Wildwood, and a Center for Teen Technology. And the 5th location is USF St. Pete, and we also have our bonding dinners at Enoch Davis Center, which are not classes currently. We will be doing some tutoring classes there, but currently there aren't. The hours are generally from 5:30 till to 8 o'clock. There's Roberts. We do have a class from 4:45 to 5:45. That's dance on Tuesdays, but other days we're starting at 5:30 at the other centers. And all that information, you get a full calendar with the location, the addresses, and all that. But you generally would just call the number. We get an application. My office, where we are housed, is at the Harbor Hall, the Old Dali. My office is 114. At USF St. Petersburg, and also we've been fortunate to start an internship with some of the students who are interested in the arts and business and the arts and other areas of practice, because we do have an Art of Healthy Living initiative that's incorporated into our arts platform. So we try to have a full, comprehensive arts experience is what we call it.
Well, Alex, I think you're doing a wonderful job, and you just keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
I will continue to be supportive of you. Have your kids perform at my events.
Thank you. We
to offer them
appreciate
a venue. Angela,
Yes,
welcome
ma'am.
aboard.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
She's amazing. She's awesome.
Yes, she is, and she was out there with those kids on Saturday, and so she did a tremendous job.
And she just came aboard, really,
I
just
know.
a few months ago.
I
so we're excited, just because one time you saw me and I'm running around a lot. Murphy, before he went to Johns Hopkins, he's doing some extensive studies just to support, and he's coming back as well. He comes back regularly now, but he's going to be back here to live. So it's just a great opportunity just to have those. I think as males, one, then two, as African American males, for a lot of people to see here in the community, primarily our males, see what you can do, and you can be positive, and you can do things. And so, because I think the positive exists in all of us, it just has to be awakened, and that's what we would like to be a major contributor in that process.
Well, you've been awakening those and a lot of those the kids around here, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you
keep
so
up the
much.
good work.
Thank you.
And thanks again for joining us. If you want to know more about what we've talked about today, the information is on your screen. I'm Janice Ford. Thanks for joining us on St. Petersburg Together. See you again next time.